Oh, hi everybody. What's up? Welcome to the stream.
I'm just gonna be the pretty face on the camera.
You can't do that to me first!
Into the orb! Try to get her! That does it!
Yo, that's gonna suck in?
Yes, it does.
Oh my god. Shaved the little bit of hair that is on Ed's chin. And that's where he first learned the spaghetti and the hat tactic.
This might be it. The curtain is drawing tight. It is starting to come down.
I can feel it coming over me, I feel it all around me. I've been waiting for this moment all my life, it's my destiny. There's anxiety beside of me, it's waiting to come out now. No matter what, no matter how, I know I'll make it through somehow. Cause when the road feels so long, I'll still be holding on. I'm gonna keep on going, I know I'll be strong, yeah. Indestructible, I won't let nobody break me down. Indestructible, nothing's gonna stop me now. Indestructible, gonna keep on going. Indestructible, the last man standing. I know.
Y'all, I think everything is working. I think we rebuilt the stream and we're back. Maverick, we back?
We're back in there, at least for now. These rockets going to the moon, baby. Street Fighter 6, the online local, big top 8 session.
K-Vox, are we back? Are we doing this right?
Knocking on wood, I am sure hoping we are, because it is time for the Season 1 final, and I don't want to miss this for the world.
This is our first time doing this. I'm pretty excited. We've never done like a final thing. So we've had 11 runs. And now we're gonna see who wins out of this. And they're gonna play for pride and honor. I might get a little excited and throw some extra money in the prize pool. Who knows? But it's gonna be sick. I'm excited. Big thank you to the players for coming through. One differentiator for this, everybody's starting in winners. This is the top 8. We're all starting in winners. We got Luiman, Naji, Jewelman. We should have Yazdero, but he had to DQ. Uriel Velorio, Noahtheprodigy. Who am I missing? Feels like
Bryan-D.
I'm a pinch quiet? Oh, I can just turn me up like that. No problem. Who else is in here? Who am I missing? Luiman.
Bryan-D.
Oh, and Bryan-D. Motherfucker Bryan-D. All right.
I can't believe you forgot Bryan-D after that incredible performance he put on in the past couple weeks. I mean, just textbook gameplay from him. Guy looks like he's read the book from the moment he could read a book, from the moment he could hold a controller.
He definitely knows how to play Guile, and we're going to see how it goes down. But first, we got to see what Luiman's been doing with Dawson up against Naji, who is a problematic jury player. Not as a person, but actually a goddamn good jury player.
Okay,
Get
I
on
was going
Twitter,
to ask,
tell your
like, you got
friends.
a rap sheet or something? Like, I
only
play
one-
jury and I also rob banks.
Yeah, the only
A
rap
problem
sheet
for-
is when Bunch said this dude's a problem, he was not wrong. Naji's jury is mean.
A problem for anybody, but Luiman has been the one to beat all season. I struggle to think of a single time they were not topping the leaderboard. If anyone can knock Naji down a peg, it is Luiman, and they're absolutely fiendish, Dalcine.
Right, and you have to take into account for the ranking, Luiman like showed up, dominated like the first 4, and then stopped entering, and is still like our top seed.
That's impressive.
Oh, we teleport out! That is unfortunate.
A beautiful teleport out to finish that round. That is why Luiman has been just sitting at the top. He knows his moments. He's always calm under fire, and you just can't really catch him.
Right. This is actually winners
Naji,
quarterfinals. So technically it's winners eighths, Sniffles, because there's 4 people, there's 4 matches in winners. So it's actually eighths, right? Or do we have 4 quarters final matches? I think it's eighths, because everyone's a winner.
It's eights. Yeah.
Woo!
That hot
Dominant fashion from Louisman for that first game, and that is what we were warning you about, watchers. It's all Louisman so far. Louisman, just the one to beat, has been steamrolling over everyone to the point that, you know, he just stops showing up after a while, and he's still on top. Naji has a tall mountain to climb.
Let us know, by the way, chat, how the stream looks, how it sounds. We're running on a fully redesigned setup, so I'm going to be tweaking as we go. Ooh, headbutt, teleport. Nice roundhouse.
Oh, perfect parry. Louisman with the setup. The other side was fishing for a throw.
Fishing for it, didn't get it, and already Naji on the ropes again, and there's the KO. Louisman just reading Naji like a book.
It was the Simquisition lying to us again? They telling us this character sucks? Or are they just staying mad quiet?
Look, the thing with Street Fighter 6 is that every single character seems to have a claim as the best one in the game, and we are so early into its lifespan that everyone's kind of guessing. It seems like every time I go on Twitter or just go around the fighting game community in general, I'm seeing another essay on why someone is completely broken and someone else is useless.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the script, right? Like, especially with a popular fighting game that just came out, everybody's going to have their thoughts and opinions. Naji thinking differently. They say think with your head, but I guess when you play jury, you got to, you know, think with your feet a little bit.
Right.
Doing a good job of stealing the momentum here, getting a drive rush in there, driving Louisman back into the corner, but you have to be wary of this because Louisman's so slick and so good with these cross-ups and these slick corner escapes. As we can see there, the teleport gets him out of trouble, and now Naji is in a world of hurt.
Alright, dash up, text it, trying to parry and dash behind. That is going to catch the
hit
limb.
him.
Super.
Now, was he mashing or reacting?
Honestly, if you do it well enough, it's hard to tell. I mean, after a certain point, if it worked, there's no point criticizing it.
Speaking of working,
Yeah.
level 3, you out.
The old Chrome
Louisman.
Dome.
Yeah, but some marked improvement from Naji in that game. Louisman having to actually sweat and struggle a bit for that win, which you could not say for the first game. So if Naji can keep iterating on this game plan and improving, there's a real chance of making an upset happen here. Louisman already taking a bit of a beating to start the third game.
Oh, I like that dive kick there. Nice dash in as well. Get a stock.
Louisman tries a dive kick of his own, but driven back. Good parries from Naji, but Louisman keeping Naji at range, keeping him at a distance. Can't get in through the fireballs. Gets in as I talk.
He threaded the
Fireball
needle.
insurance. He did.
Yes, absolutely. Good use of the neutral jump for Louisman, trying to drive Naji back.
Nice pickup with the
Driver's
jugs.
response.
The problem is that Naji kind of finds a lot of success in sitting in that pocket, and Louisman kind of flounders a little until he finds his legs.
Damage off of a jab.
Ooh, yes. And now,
What a smart
set
decision
point.
to jab, though, right? Because the dive kick didn't hit low enough to give, like, super plus frames. So, you know, the awareness from Louisman will turn that into a round one.
Yep.
Almost
Can you
lost for
imagine?
words.
A carpet company coming in and just laying down flames instead of actual rugs? Like, bro,
Bro,
what are you doing?
What do you... Alright, let's test the tech, y'all. Let's watch back what we just saw in real time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you the online local replay. No, I went to the wrong scene! What is going on here? What? It all broke.
There's always something, isn't there?
We're back.
What
That was
the
an
hell?
adventure.
That was crazy. Hold on. We're starting over. We're starting over. We're trying it again.
That's why I got so quiet. I couldn't see a damn thing.
Oh, there was a replay that was part of it? What is going on here? What is the deal? Is the replay playing the wrong clips? Bro. That is heartbreaking.
About that.
All right, let me figure out what's going on there. We do have replay, but right now, we don't have what we needed. So, that was a 3-0, and now I've got to figure out why my replay didn't work. Y'all, I was so excited to give you the cool shit, and the cool shit was like, I don't want to.
I hate when the cool shit does that.
Where did those flips go to?
The good news is it's Street Fighter 6. It's all cool shit.
That's facts.
They're all here. Play events. Okay. For some reason, let's see if this works now. Okay. Something is definitely broken. Oh! I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is, ladies and gentlemen. Tom is an idiot. Look at that. We got replay. Okay. I had the scene set up wrong. Ignore me. Oh, y'all. Trying to put on a quality production, and this is what we get. We get weird, different things. We got the knockdown. And we go back to here. We've got a crossfade, the death. Did I clip all the wrong sequences? Yep, sure did. Okay, there's a punish. Look a little better.
Level 3 was sick.
Naji really did show flashes of brilliance in that match. It was not all Louisman. A few different interactions, a few different choices, and I could see Naji having taken a game or two.
Okay, now I know how to use my replay scene, maybe. Let's run a quick ad, just so we don't get smoked by an ad during the next match, and I'll get the next match queued up in the background. So hang tight, running an ad. And for those that have Twitch Turbo or Prime, you can just hear us talk to each other about our feelings. How you boys feeling?
I'm alright. I'm pretty good. You know, Monday night Street Fighter. Having some good times.
Yeah, not too bad. Sorry for getting quiet at the end of the set, but like the entire game view was just in that little camera thing you have representing me. Like the actual game view wasn't showing for me, so I couldn't see a damn thing.
Oh, was it not like updated?
Yeah, it was in the 3. It was in the 3 window view.
Yeah, I was sitting there like I can't bring it up mid-match.
Oh, I know what's wrong. Y'all, you gotta yell at me for this shit. It's because of... Alright, we gotta change some stuff on the stream side of things. See? This is why new stream setups are silly. Because Tom's gonna learn how to use his own stream again. Bryan-D is next. Oh my gosh, why can't I... Oh, it's his number. Oh, no, I can type. Bryan-D. What's Brian's code? Search by code. Why can't I paste a code? It's gonna be that kind of night, y'all. Me trying to be professional, looking silly instead. Oh boy. Yo! What up, Menard FGC? Looking for that bracket. Coming to cheer for the homies.
Mena is here. Holy god damn!
The god has arrived. Alright.
The 2-time world champion.
We're 1 minute away from ads cleaning up, which gives me time to fix what you guys were struggling with. So, let me fix that.
Yeah, Maverick, I promise I'm better at commentary when I can actually see the game.
I mean, that was godlike what you were doing already. I was like, man, they have really keen eagle eyes here on the online local. I was like, I guess
That's
well,
that's the
step
hazing
my
ritual.
game up. Yeah, that's fair. It's not even the worst, trust me. Oh man.
All right, hold on. Let's change to what we actually need to send you. Oh, all right, share screen. Window projector program. All right. Now you should have full output.
Ooh, there you go.
we're probably fine. All right. Hopefully the ads finish, because these two just went right into it. So we'll see how this goes.
No patience there. Bryan-D's
patience.
gameplay is patient, but he himself is not.
He's not. Luckily, the ads are wrapping in 2 seconds, so we should be fine.
Let's see if we go into the proper game view, if we're still like this. Here we go.
Hey, we back.
Bryan-D and Noahtheprodigy, the new and the old, the textbook against the freeform. Luke taking the fight to Bryan-D's guile, and this is going to be an uphill climb. But as we've seen over the past couple weeks, Bryan-D is the archetypal player who hasn't practiced 10,000 kicks once, but one kick 10,000 times. If anyone can find a way out of this, it's him.
Like this pressure coming through from Bryan-D. Gets the crush stun combo as well.
Good stun combo. Got the fireball loop going. Got the sonic booms out. And already backed Noah into the corner. Noah drive rushing out of there. The crouch chefs are there. Every single shot blocked by Bryan-D, but caught trying to drive rush. And there goes the throw. Noahtheprodigy drawing first blood.
Yeah, Noah did a great job there of keeping the closing strings short. That's what allowed him to grab that drive impact that Bryan-D tried at the end there.
Yeah, Noah is doing a good job of not playing scared. Bryan-D has very versatile control over pressure and stuff, and when we've seen him in past online locals, he has like locked down all the opponent's options until they kind of freeze and stop playing almost. Noah's not doing that.
Nice check.
Oh, yeah.
That should be dead.
Woo! It should be. It is.
To the next round. No meter though, so Noah definitely has the advantage in that spot. But sometimes Guile can just hang around, let that bar climb on the super side.
And Noah has that level 3 whenever he wants it. You gotta wonder if he's gonna spend it while he's got it, you know? We are in the final round, not many more places that can go.
Big flash kick there.
And that is what Bryan-D is looking for, keeping the opponent on the end of those sonic booms, creating a situation where you cannot get through because the flash kick is waiting if you do. That is what Bryan-D is hoping for, and in a fireball war, he might well win.
Yeah, EXM Blast can say something to a lot of the projectiles that Guile puts out, but it's going to be all
here comes that level
damage
3.
now.
Smoking it while he's got it. Noah was waiting for that opportunity and takes it with force.
Like that perfect parry back
that's
from
right
Bryan-D.
into the Sonic Hurricane. Bryan-D not losing composure at all, was waiting for that shot. Good cross up going into burnout. A necessary sacrifice to take the first game. What have I said? 10,000 kicks? No, one kick 10,000 times. Good cross up from Bryan-D. Nice combo to take the initiative, driving Noah back, getting him on the end of those sonic booms, driving back a little, jumping back, allowing himself to give up a little room. Noah jumping in, trying to drive rush in, but Bryan-D maintaining distance, not willing to get caught up close.
Great perfect parry there from Noah. Dash forward with the drive rush, medium punch, whiff throw. I like
Noah's
this
parries consistently very good.
Bryan-D in the driver's seat. Burnout means nothing to Guile whatsoever at full screen.
Looks like he misread the distance a little there, but not going to matter. Noah caught coming in. Oh, the victim of a crouching jab. Don't you hate that when you try to come in on someone and catch a jab to the belly?
I do hate that. I looked away. Who's up a game?
Brian.
Brian? Okay. That makes sense.
Drive rush cancel in the throw. Noah has opportunity here. Gets the jab confirmed. Not a perfect knuckle, but gets another punish on the shimmy.
I liked that read from Noah, too. He knew the grab was going to come, and he steps back to create an opening.
Don't gotta do much to cross-cut those flash kicks. Just wait a sec.
Overhead lands, duffing the dome.
Yo, there's
You
not
think
enough
there's an arm
hairspray.
print in his hair?
Oh, there has to be.
Afterwards to like, yeah.
There's not enough hairspray to hold it. Like, there's definitely a Luke-shaped Popeye arm right down the middle of the flat top.
I need that as like a loose. Remember the loose screens from like Super Turbo? I need that.
Yeah.
Just the
Like
the creased
bloody
up
nose.
flat
He's
top.
leaning forward, and you can see the indent inside.
It's got the stars on it. For some reason.
The tattoos
Capcom,
aren't
make
raised,
it
but they're in
happen.
there. Okay, nice DP.
Looks
from
like
Noah.
it looked like Bryan-D was a little early on that parry, but it doesn't end up mattering very much. Fighting well out of the corner, seizing the momentum, but here comes Noah with a punishing assault, and here comes the super. That's probably going to kill.
I don't want to predict, but that's so.
Listen, it hurts in Memphis.
What did I say?
All right. You go down to Memphis and you mess around, yeah, you'll find out. It's only pain there.
So far, a dead even fight. It's like both of these players have just watched each other play so many times. They know what their opponent's going to do move by move. Bryan-D relying a little more on the sonic booms here, even at point-blank range, but Noah managing to juggle him admirably, drive rushing in and trying to pile on the pressure, trying to make it so that Bryan-D can't set up that fireball chain.
This is actually dangerous, though. Noah burning himself out to get that corner. I mean, he's got position, but Bryan is a scary player.
Yes. Bryan only needs one opening and he'll just run over you. He knows what his character can do, down to the tiniest frames.
Trying to get an advantage. Anti-air goes in Bryan's favor. He's locking it down.
Locking it down. It looks like he's forced into the defensive. He's mostly blocking, but that's damage that Noah is not scoring. And
He's not invincible for projectiles.
nope, and burned out. Coming in behind, here comes the super. Flash
I like that
kick.
weight.
Bryan knows when to hurry up and when to wait.
Well, it was so smart too, right? Because you know that when you activate that install, most guys going to be chucking the boomers. They're chucking those baby booms. But instead, man just waited to see who's going to try to jump the projectile.
It was I know you know, I know you know. Like, I know you're going to throw, so I'm going to jump, but you know I'm going to jump, so what are you going to do? And unfortunately, the chain ended with Bryan-D knowing.
Oh, big jump in though. This can close the door for this round.
Noah loves these situations where he can just juggle Bryan through the corner, off the wall, and just basically pummel him to death like a speed bag. But he does send himself into burnout an awful lot. And
double overhead!
getting
Bryan!
damage. Look at this combo. A 1 pixel comeback the moment Noah put himself in burnout. That's what I was getting at.
Two overheads, one for each side of the brain.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure left and right got evenly dusted. Creative and smart. Man said, listen.
I got it all covered. I like this little side swap there from Noah off of the perfect knuckle rebound. Good DP as well.
I like Noah's thinking with rushing in and kind of the meaty throw, but you can't go to the well too often because Bryan-D is someone who will figure it out, as you see with that wake-up flash kick.
Good. Noah fishing for a lot of contact in that, range 1 space with the medium buttons, but Bryan wisely holding down, but the overhead right back at you.
Yeah, Noah does catch Bryan trying to anticipate him a fair amount, though. Often Bryan will kind of whiff because he's trying to watch out for those charges and those drive rushes, and sometimes they just don't come, and he just whiffs and gets punished for it.
Ooh, almost a trade combo in Bryan's favor, but Noah gets the knockdown. Into the corner we go with the throw. Side swap. Bryan with that level 3 ready to go. May want to conserve it. Has a strong life lead. I like it.
Not anymore.
I like it.
And just like that, Bryan-D on set point, his patient, methodical, by-the-book gameplay paying off in spades, and Noah needs to figure something out to keep himself in this. The same old tricks are not going to get him through this gauntlet. He is up against one of the best players.
He's done.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I
boy.
saw the head tilt back, looking to the skies.
And Noah's in burnout, fighting valiantly, but there comes a punish counter, and the combo is here. The flash kick seals the deal. Bryan-D going on ahead.
Strong stuff from Bryan.
That is Bryan-D's trademark. Patient, composed, methodical, and locking his opponents down.
That was some gameplay we just witnessed there. And I think we can look at the replay. This comeback, we're going to see, looking clean. Look how much life he had to bring it back to beat Noah. Overhead. Overhead again.
I mean, that's the Guile class. He had the Guile theme running, right? That's the whole thing.
You know that old meme, Guile's music goes with anything?
Guile.
Oh. How many times you need to check that watch?
I don't know. My man is stuck in the ether. What is happening?
He went to a couple of dimensions to find the W. This was not the one.
Wins.
All right, you know, hold on. We got to do something here. We got to play all.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna.
I think this is the power of somebody's stand in action.
Nice stuff from Noah. Now I got it right. I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. Y'all, look at all this fun tech we're putting in the stream to make stuff weird.
Noah came back to that combo again and again, and it often got him good results with juggling Bryan and adding up a lot of damage. But very quickly, Bryan started to read the combo and no one knew it was coming. After a while, he's just sitting there waiting for his opening, and time again, Noah obligingly handed it to him on a plate.
Yeah, that was wild. That reversal's super, or anti-air super was sick.
Good stuff, yeah. Always nice to see the way that different Guile players control the match, especially when they are able to make that comeback that big. It's one of the fun things about Guile, right? Is that he can pretty much choose the pace at which he wants to play. He can go YOLO or just hang back and boom, flash kick you into death.
Yeah, definitely. All right, this is going to be our final winner's eighths match. And I know normally we don't have those, but we do today because everyone's starting in winners. Because why not?
Everyone was a winner stepping in, for sure. That's how they got here, right?
Exactly. So we're going to get FluxWaveZ versus Uriel Velorio, JP versus Ken. I'm going to keep practicing using this newly integrated replay tech. And we're going to have ourselves a good time.
This is going to be a really fun match. On top of the fact that it's a lore matchup, FluxWaveZ is one of the best zoners and lockdown players we've ever seen on the online local, and Uriel Velorio is a really, really good oppressive steamroller player with his Ken. So it's going to be a classic zoner versus rushdown matchup against two of the best we've seen around.
Uriel trying to find that way in, stepping through the Pierce. Got to play the DDR game. Love that meme. That was one of my favorites of the last 2 weeks.
Good back throw from Uriel Verlorio, but you have to be careful about letting a JP player regain their distance like that. But see, this is what you want to do. Uriel trying to smother him right up close, avoids the cane swipe, gets the wall combo, 6, 7, 8, 9, KO, and that's one heck of a statement to make with the very first round of the set.
Gotta set the tone early, especially if you're the Ken player. Want to be able to make sure that JP is nice and uncomfortable, but FluxWave not to be deterred. Missed the pickup off of the wall, but still gets the pressure. EXDP, get off it.
FluxWaveZ is a JP who's not afraid to get up close and personal, not afraid to get nasty in the pocket, but Ken is all about that life. Ken is purpose-built for that. So FluxWaveZ needs to find some more things to do. But right now, the critical art is there whenever FluxWaveZ wants it.
Yeah, got a little bit more room to kind of work. And speaking of level 3, uppercut straight to the beard.
I respect the hell out of it. Oh, you gonna try to get some momentum? Let me just slow that down right quick. Let me just say nah.
Yeah.
Let me just say nah.
Go Gonna exercise my rich guy privilege. Say no.
Make fun of my Ken FTs, I dare you.
Ken FTs.
Give me back my damn apes.
Where's my apes, JP?
But it's funny that people insist that JP is this impossibly broken character who's just invincible and you either play JP or you lose. Because Uriel Velorio doing an admirable job negating FluxWaveZ's strengths and exploiting his weaknesses. FluxWaveZ catching him coming in a few times, but he's been on the back foot all set so far.
Winning the drive gauge wars at the moment. Coming to the fireball there. FluxWave changing it up, not going for the full range zoning style, trying to get in close.
Good anti-air from FluxWaveZ, trying to disrupt the momentum a bit. Steps back to cause the whiff, punishes it, and now we are in his optimal range. Sets up the portal, and there we go.
Tried to get in there, got detonated for his problems.
And now Uriel briefly stuck on the opposite side of the screen, stuck exactly where he doesn't want to be. Comes in, finds that FluxWaveZ has a bread and butter combo waiting, gets him juggling, gets him flying. There's a portal set up, avoids the spike. Here comes another one.
Uriel got a lot of work to do if they're going to claim this round. We might be looking at a 1-1.
We might be. Anything can happen in Street Fighter 6, and it can happen so fast that you blink and you miss the whole damn match.
That's true.
Ooh, okay. I thought he was going to go for the anti-air, went for the D-Rai instead. D-Rai. Walking back. Nice little medium punch, though. Easy jugs.
My favorite kind.
1-1 indeed. And that's exactly the kind of game that FluxWaveZ wants to see. I mean, how often have we seen FluxWaveZ? How often have we seen them get through these kinds of tournaments? They are just really, as I said at the beginning of the set, one of the best zoners we've seen. This is not an ideal position for him, but he's been in these positions before. Good thinking with that combo. Good job breaking it up a bit.
I like the pacing there. I mean, Uriel, like you said, they want to win quick, right? You don't want to go into these long rounds against JP where it taxes the brain. You got to do all that thinking. You want to get in, get out.
Yeah, you don't want to give them time to set up. You don't want someone like FluxWaveZ to really turn up the pressure, because against a good zoner, you can feel like you have no options and no way in. Oh, both of them whiffing at important points in that exchange, but Uriel ahead on life, not ahead on drive gauge, and FluxWaveZ has his level 2 available if he wants it. Comes forward, not backing off, not establishing the distance. FluxWaveZ knowing when occasionally to really get in your face, knowing when he can't just sit back.
All right, final round going into a pivotal game 3.
Good thinking there. I like the thought to drive rush with the sweep behind the Hadouken, but unfortunately FluxWaveZ ready for it. Caught in a throw loop. I know sometimes it's better to just take the throw.
Ooh, the grippy ghost?
Tries to reverse it, but it's just not there for him.
No.
And this is exactly what Uriel was hoping to avoid. FluxWave's turning up the pressure.
My man's in.
And Uriel going to be all out of paint.
Yep.
Got to go back to Home Depot.
FluxWave's in burnout on top of everything else. But here comes the punish counter.
He still went in.
Stun. There goes the stun. This is going to be what Uriel needs. Drops the combo, lets him go, but it doesn't matter. The hard punch punish counter takes the game. Uriel, 2 wins to 1.
What an interesting sequence of events there.
That was one hell of an exchange.
Big jump in, start off game 4.
Oop. OD amnesia.
Just forget about it.
It's so big you forgot you forgot.
Uriel has to resist the temptation to go full YOLO, you know, to avoid going full online, to online ranked Ken. You know, he needs to keep his head because FluxWaveZ can turn this around. He has won a game this set.
Oh. Say that to Dragon Lash. Nice check. FluxWave in Burnout definitely has the commanding lead here. Drive Impact locked up. Uriel in a lot of trouble. The jump in with the single shoot.
Jumps over, dive kicks, low punch to take the round. Sometimes you don't gotta go big. You just gotta stick with the bread and butter stuff that works. That was an interesting little whiff. The axe kick going clean through JP, it looked like. FluxWave caught on the end of that offense, managing to create a bit of space, back off a bit. Uriel not able to break through. Yeah. Here comes the super, and that is going to be a world of pain for Uriel. Not going to be enough to kill, but it's going to damn well feel like it. Of course, FluxWave spent
drive gauge back as well. So
got some drive gauge, but there it goes again.
Got to spend it to win it for sure. Uriel on last legs for this round.
Yep.
Game
what did I say a set
imminent.
ago? Yeah, sometimes you smoke them while you got them. Drives through it with the Dragon Lash, and here comes his own super. Not gonna be enough, but the drive rush in, the counter hit is there, the wall stun, and tying it up, we're going into a final round. Some well-spent aggression there.
You know what's tough about that is, even if Uriel had blocked the dash in normal, it wouldn't have, he still would have got crushed if you didn't.
Still would have gotten crushed.
Nice perfect parry.
Yeah.
A little too much drag on
Fighting games are about creating those no-win situations where you have to make a move, but none of them are the right move.
Speaking of the right moves, FluxWave dancing on him at the moment. Uriel hemmed up in the corner.
Thank you for the follow.
Yep, I like that. Stop trying to style on me and die for it. Just gotta finish the combo.
You gotta finish everything that's on your plate. You can't leave scraps, or this is what happens.
Okay, 2 apiece. Floki, how you living?
Alright. Uriel finally managing to get in several seconds into the round, but a good neutral dive kick starts a return combo from FluxWaveZ. Good thinking there, and now we are at his desired distance. Missing the portal though, the activation was too early. Premature detonation. Big problem for all guys, am I right?
I don't know anything about it, but I'll take your word for it, brother. Drive impact to the chin.
I only detonate when intended.
All right, getting around the ass kick, out of that corner pressure.
Oh, the pierce trade, but there. Uriel on the bad end of that one. Gonna have to close the distance. Tried to go through the skies. He said, nope, you did not pay enough.
A beautiful read from FluxWaveZ to put himself on set point. Just keeping himself calm and composed this whole time. And we'll see what happens. The set's not over yet, but this is a very, very strong showing from him.
Ooh.
Oh, the jump back from Flux.
I love how FluxWaveZ knows when to restore distance. Sometimes he'll get in your face, sometimes he'll back off. And that was a well-timed back off, taking the set.
I love the response there from FluxWave coming out in Game 5 and setting the tone really early against Uriel's drive rush aggression. We saw a lot of drive rush stand fierce from Uriel, and FluxWave in Game 5 had the number. Speaking of the number, that level 3 was that was nasty.
I think I'm learning how to use this tech.
Honestly, the good thing about seeing this matchup again and again and again is that by the time we're a year into Street Fighter 6, everyone is going to have completely memorized everything about both of these characters.
You're right. I mean, you've got to learn the top tiers, right?
Absolutely.
And it is the lore matchup. Honestly, though, this really could have gone either way. As you can see, that one drop from FluxWaveZ cost him the game in that replay we just saw.
Listen, At this level, it's all about execution, and you know, you got to capitalize on when it's given. But I like the way the Uriel played that matchup.
Yes.
Like, it's not like they played it wrong. I think FluxWaveZ just elevated there at the end, and sometimes in Game 5, when you're able to do that, that'll get you the victory time and time.
Yes, it's all about how you do when you're backed into a corner, literally and metaphorically. How you call upon your last reserves of strength when they count, when you need them. Because anyone can play good the first round, the first game. Who can play good when they're 2 games down?
Right. Well, right now, Jewelman trying to play mad aggressive and put Bryan-D on the back foot. True Honda fashion. Edmund Honda.
The demon of Street Fighter 6's early days, Honda, here in the dojo.
I think we're coming back online. Let me see if I can search him out. I'm not friends with any of these dudes.
Well, that's rude.
I know. Hold on. All right, we might have to see. They might just have to finish off stream. I don't know what they're doing. Let me see if I can find them. Maybe.
That's what happens when you let Honda in to your dojo, ladies and gentlemen, and friends.
The good news is, probably Bryan-D got handed the room, maybe.
See if we can get back in there.
Let's see. That was weird. Let's do it by user code.
This music give anyone else kind of Hotline Miami vibes, like maybe between levels or something?
Man, I love that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a confession. I've never played that game.
Pretty fun.
Mad violent, super fun. All right, we're going back into this match. I have no idea what the score is. It might have a spectate from the start.
Let's get this mission started.
But I show Bryan-D has a 2-win streak, so he might be up 2-0 on Jewelman. We're gonna decode this as we go.
I like that.
All right.
So bots. Ooh, locked on.
Whoa! Drive Impact versus Drive Impact, and Bryan-D's the one coming out ahead. Anti-air on the butt slam. The classic Bryan-D coming out. Whatever problems he was having reading Jewelman before, starting this off with a perfect.
Help me.
Man said, all right, we're gonna guess. I'm gonna guess like this and see what happens.
Jewelman left the room, so I think.
They both left the room.
Yeah, I think this is a 3-0 from Bryan-D.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, we can ask them in Discord, but yeah.
I mean,
oh boy.
I'm watching it happen live. Yeah, that's.
I have to admit, like, maybe it's for the best, because what would we even have said? I mean, look at it, just perfection in Guile.
Yeah, Bryan-D playing with a purpose right now for sure.
And Jewelman's no slouch, so that just shows you how strong a player Bryan-D is.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, listen, you get into this top 8, you're definitely, you know what you're doing out there. But Bryan-D certainly playing very well. 3-1, 3-0 from the looks of it to move into winners finals. Good stuff from Bryan-D. But Jewelman's still in it, right? Got loser side to go through.
Yes, of course. It's not over until it's over, and the beauty of a double elimination bracket is you always have another go.
That's it.
That's right, and we're gonna get one more winners quarters match, Luiman versus FluxWaveZ. I just got confirmation Bryan-D did win 3-0. So Luiman versus FluxWaveZ is next. Then we're gonna drop down to losers and do Uriel versus Naji.
So, in anticipation of this winner's quarters, what do you think of the Dalsim JP matchup?
You know, I like on paper, I like the idea of Kane normals being able to snipe out limbs. But I also think that, you know, the way Luiman plays with setting up fireballs on knockdown into, you know, some high-low shenanigans when you're waking up, it can be a real nightmare for JP when the Dalsim player is playing that way. And then you got to think about teleport, of course, as well. So it's one of those situations where I think FluxWaveZ is going to have to control the pace at a range that is probably not what FluxWaveZ is typically happy to do and chill full screen.
Yeah, I do think that, like, there's a lot of stuff that Luiman can do to really mess with FluxWaveZ day, right? Like, Pierce with reactive teleports becomes absolutely much more of a gamble.
Yes, absolutely. I was thinking that if anyone can just teleport around JP's traps all day and really confound FluxWaveZ, it's Luiman.
Yeah. And then you got to think about departure, right? Like, you want to set up departure where you're always controlling that middle space, but, you know, teleport, you can teleport around. What do you need flights for, right? Departure, I leave whenever I want. And Luiman certainly shown that the teleport game was locked in today. So it's going to be interesting.
All right, both of them kind of creating some space now. Trying the anti-air, neutral jumping away from the overhead. It's going to be a bit before either of them really gets through each other's defense. This is really solid defensive Street Fighter 6. Neither of them have landed a hit yet. The first hit comes from FluxWaveZ. It was like 20.
Blew up.
It was like
the perfect parry.
And here we go. And this is what I was saying. FluxWaveZ needs to work at this tempo.
Yes, yes.
Enlightened parry right there, set up with the fireball, right back at you.
Oh my God, meaty grip.
Wow,
Man's in whole grimace.
So fast. Remember what I said, that FluxWaveZ is not afraid to get in your face with his JP? That's the kind of pace that he needs to set with Luiman, as Maverick was saying. Because if you respect Luiman too much, he will run away with you.
Yeah, this time, FluxWaveZ making sure they up close and personal. The IRS edition.
Man said, show me your taxes. All 5 years. Speaking of taxes, the accountant's in the building. Luiman is in Block City. FluxWaveZ, looking good.
I hate being in Block City. It is not fun.
That's the worst.
That started very promising for Luiman with that really long exchange where neither of them were landing a solid hit. But very quickly, it became apparent he can't just sit there blocking. His usual tactics aren't going to work on FluxWaveZ, who is such an experienced zoner and knows how to fight other zoners.
I like that Pierce on the fireball because of just the time it takes to spit that fireball. Good stuff from FluxWaveZ establishing that early.
But driven back against the wall now. Luiman trying to set up with the fireballs, trying to read the jump outs.
Oh, not today.
Here we go.
God, what a combo.
And it's worth remembering, Luiman has been on top of the leaderboard for the entire season. He dominated 4 tournaments and then just ghosted. And FluxWaveZ is putting up this kind of fight against him and even really handling him without much trouble so far.
Starting to see some adaptation, though. Drive rush to intercept the jump-in attempt in the carpet. Heat up the shoes.
Let me help you temper that leather. We'll get it warm. We'll hammer on it a bit.
It's going to be great.
Interesting neutral dive kick to start off the combo, but if it works, it works.
Yep.
Oh, great air defense there. Tried to get in. Kane normal's going to clip him up all the way back to the beginning. Do not collect 200.
We can see that for a lot of this set so far, Luiman's eyes have been on the sky. He's anticipating those jump-ins even when they're not there, probably because he takes to the air so much himself.
Also, how does JP not have a Monopoly guy costume? Come on.
Yeah,
Give him time. That's not really a thing in Japan.
Give the man a tuxedo, fur, monocle.
And Another Pierce. Keeping the full screen. Tried to set up the departure.
looks
No
for-
dice.
He was looking for the teleport and he found it, and here we go.
It's gonna be a departure, all right, but I don't think it's the one that FluxWave was anticipating. Not dead yet, though.
Not dead yet.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
He teleports out! He teleports out of it! He's in burnout, but he teleported out of the super, and he gets the anti-air he was looking for!
He was just on standby.
What a way to tie it up!
Man just said it's okay. I got it. I'll get it. Don't worry.
What adaptability, what on-the-fly thinking. Good defense from FluxWaveZ, good calm, composed parrying. The Pierce is there, the portals are there.
Oh, the long-range drive rush. FluxWave stuck in the corner. The jump over the Pierce EX air fireball.
Good thinking with the Yoga Float. Oh, but gets caught on the way down. Teleporting, but the teleport was red. No cross-up for you, Louisman. FluxWaveZ is ready.
What a neutral jump. FluxWave again finding the right time to take to the skies. EX Ghost, no dice. FluxWave, the extra young reactions.
I like how quickly they both adapt to each other. It seems like no trick works on a player the same way twice.
What was that combo?
Worth keeping in mind, though, Louisman is sitting on that level 2 whenever he wants it. It's there if he needs a quick way to even the score, and now it's level 3. And until I was about to say it, he had a full drive meter. FluxWaveZ bordering on burnout.
Better survive in the mixes.
There's a departure ducked in the dome. Can he convert?
Counter hit there, manages to convert. Going into burnout, here comes his super. And not gonna teleport out of it this time. A sliver of life left, but makes the read. The teleport doesn't do him any good. It's 2-1 FluxWaveZ. We could be seeing an upset.
Flux is looking good.
Yeah, I like the way Flux is playing.
Flux knows he just needs to do what he's been doing. He doesn't need to get cocky. He doesn't need to get fancy. He doesn't need to get bold. Just keep turning out results.
Good neutral jump again. Flux just really, really keen on when to hit that neutral jump and getting big dividends off of it.
I wonder if he's getting... I mean, there's two really good sim players in his region, right? You've got Slice
true.
and Dice, you've got Remy Celeste. Maybe that's where he's getting this matchup knowledge. Because he's looking ready. Oh, that's not going to work.
I mean, almost certainly. If you have people local to you who you can practice a matchup with, especially when they're that good, that is the biggest advantage you could possibly have.
All right, speaking of advantage, Louisman though, with the response, level 1. Caught him looking! FluxWaveZ!
Look at that counter! What a way to put yourself on set point!
Yeah, man said no stretchy limbs. No thank you, Gumby.
He has been shutting down everything Louisman does, making the front runner for the championship look like just another player, and this might be the upset we were talking about. Dodges the Yoga Flame, drive rushes in, punish counter. Here it comes, a world of hurt for Louisman. The level 1 is there, they are both low on drive meter, blocks the cross-up attempt, read the parry, read the teleport. He just knows what Louisman's gonna do before he does it.
Nice block on the slide there.
Takes the throw. Jumps over the stretchy limbs. Here comes the super. Is it going to go anywhere? It does. Here comes the combo. That's a sliver of life. One more touch. Is it going to happen?
Oh, the tech.
Is Louisman going down to losers?
Oh, what an evasive teleport. And the
Good evasion,
response
but the punch is
again!
there. He does it.
I love the
FluxWaveZ has
patience.
sent Louisman down to losers. Patient, composed, ruthless, and he has unseated the front runner, the dominant champion, FluxWaveZ.
3-1? 3-1? 3-1?
with
What
stuff.
do y'all think about that?
From FluxWave. I think FluxWave, I think you got the read on it. I think FluxWave has a lot of experience. That was not, oh, I'm going to go against Sim and just figure it out, right? That was a game plan that we saw executed against, a very strong Sim player. And I enjoyed seeing FluxWave's go in and just run a game plan, and it worked out.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I think that was what happens when you're able to go into many different dimensions against a character as dynamic as Sim.
And FluxWaveZ has been playing this kind of character since Street Fighter V with Menot, and has been honing the zoning game his entire career with the online local, and has come up against Dalsim who knows how many times. And a good zoner, a good Menot, a good JP makes you feel like you're up against the best player in the game with no options, no hope, no reprieve.
And
Well, that means that FluxWave will be going up against Bryan-D in winners finals, but I think we got some losers matches to run as well.
yep. Gonna have these players wait just like 2 minutes while we run this ad. Hopefully they're reading the in-game chat. Looks like they are. We're gonna run this ad so we don't get smoked mid-match, because that would be super unfortunate.
Would be tragic.
Ain't no one want to get smoked by no ad. So we'll be back in 3 minutes, and then we'll get this match going for you. And for those that have Twitch Prime, or Twitch subs, or Twitch Turbo, you can hang out with us while we talk about our feelings. Ugh. I'm pretty happy.
All right, we're on the ad?
Everything's working. Yeah, we're on the ad. If you want to get a water, take a walk, go for it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Water, bio break, be right back.
Welcome to
Well, let's see. What do we got?
behind the scenes.
A little bit of shot behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Naji and Uriel, so that's Jury Ken. That should be a fun
Ken.
one. And then winner of that place, Jewelman, and then Louis Man and Noah, Luke and Sim.
You can send, man.
I like it.
FluxWave and Tigers Bryan-D is going to be an interesting winners finals as well.
Yeah.
Like,
It's one of the few matchups that I'm like, I feel makes Guile a little uncomfortable, because of Pierce. But then again, if you whiff one and then Guile, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but if Guile gets in,
right,
you're going to have a bad time. So it's really interesting. But Flux is playing so well.
But he has to get in. Like, he has to.
Yeah,
he can't play lame Guile. He's got to be aggression Guile, which I really enjoy seeing. Yo, Symphony? I don't know if you're subbed, but it's wonderful to see your name in chat. If not, I'll call you out in a second. Also, I need to put some money in this match arena. Let me do that real quick. I'm going to give these players some bonuses.
Ducats in the bucket.
Yo, I would love a bucket of ducat.
I haven't had the right one. I haven't had the right one.
The right, like, ducat bucket.
Yeah, it's the gaminess for me is the one that I don't know.
That makes sense. Like, you got to figure out like where you want to get the ducats. 44 seconds.
That's a lesson for life right there.
Yeah, right. Where am I gonna get these juicy ducats?
I need to get some ducats.
Especially like if those ducats have been sitting under a heat lamp too long, right? And they get a little crunchy. It's just not, it's not the way.
It's not it. No.
All right, we threw a hot 50 in the prize pool for these players. It's basically the money we made off subs last quarter, last month, whatever it is. We're at on this timer. 10 seconds. We're good. I'm good to play. I guess I should update the stream overlay.
I love how we're the online local, but I swear half of these matches you could see at a major, just in terms of quality and stuff.
Definitely. A lot of big.
Oh
lot of
yeah, for
bangers.
sure.
All right, for those that didn't see it during the ad, I threw $50 in the prize pool to say thank you to the players
Let's go.
for supporting us over the time. Please claim those codes. And Symphony, I saw you in chat, my dude. It's so cool to see your name. I hope you're doing well. It's been too long.
And here we go. Uriel, Velorio, Naji, Jody, Ken. An absolute train wreck is about to happen, folks.
Uriel, went to losers in a super close one, so they may have something to prove here.
Yeah, Uriel always performs really strong and tries his best to come back after a tough loss. And I swear, even when he does lose, the other guy comes out of it knowing they've been in a fight. He's never an easy opponent.
Now, both these dudes, too good. Speaking of good, do not run at me.
Running himself right onto the sword and gets caught with the low fireball. The punish counter is there. Naji setting him up, knocking him down.
Oh, I like that EX pinwheel. Assert dominance.
Good parry game. Naji's parry's on point. Can't parry a throw, though.
Can of your G, not G, JP. You know what I meant.
Close enough.
Overhead, Rossetti's.
Rossetti's. What do you like on your Rossetti's? I go Alfredo. Seems like it's the.
I do like a good Rossetti Alfredo. Nice little white sauce. Maybe some spicy sausage. Yeah.
Already in the final round. This match going at the blink of an eye.
By the way, if we ever go to a major and there's like a pop-up Italian restaurant in the venue called Rossetti's, I will lose my shit.
Oh, absolutely. Instantly sold out though.
Yeah.
You know
Guaranteed.
how
Everyone's lining up for Rossetti.
You know how a lot of wrestlers in sumo, when they retire, they go open a Chanko Nabe restaurant? Someone in the FGC should retire and open an Italian restaurant called Rossetti's.
Open Rossetti's. Papa Rossetti's take and bake. Yo, big throw.
Speaking of taking...
Whoa!
Whoa!
Unfortunate.
Baited that out. Now here's the operative question. Did he bait out that pinwheel, or did he just happen to be away from it and capitalize on the opportunity?
I think
It doesn't really matter.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, you know?
You know, my people been living on that for a while, so... right
Honestly,
place,
I
right
think
time.
Honestly, I think half of being good is capitalizing on luck.
I can dig it. Just like that crouching medium kick dug all the way across the screen.
Yeah, that low forward from Ken is something special. Speaking of privilege.
That's key. That's keying.
Good parry.
Oh, what a jump over. And the light, too? The knowledge.
I love Uriel's cross-up game. It always seems to be there for him. Good
Don't
wall
leave home
crush.
without it. Oh! Oh!
My man said...
Right between the field goal posts.
Hit that shit like a paper football.
Oh, man. I love the way Uriel's playing this. This pace is so good.
Oh, that was a crosscut gone
I mean,
wrong.
you could say this.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But tell you what's not going wrong. This super. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Are you sure? Are you sure about
I'm
that?
not sure. I am not sure. Drops it at the critical moment. That pinwheel failing Naji again, and Uriel is back in it.
Another
dead.
crouching medium kick to answer the drive rush.
This has been all Uriel so far, and frankly, Naji is helping with these dropped inputs.
That's so tough. That's heartbreaking.
It is.
Ken's out here making drops happen.
I like Naji's thinking with using the drive rush to create to cross distance, but getting a little happy with it, in my opinion.
Oh, the neutral jump to... Oh, no, not the U-Haul.
Man's gonna move him anywhere. Forgot to fill the tank. Got charged double on gas.
For real. Driven by Sweet Tooth with all that fire in there.
Oh, the parries are out in force, and here comes the drive rush punish counter. Oh. Shades of moment 37 for a moment there.
Yeah, I love the use of the parry. You're not going to chip any OD meter, any health away from me. I'm just going to stand here and absorb.
Listen, passive
Naji fighting
income
back.
is really important. But Naji, I like this ground fireball pressure. What a low forward again.
Naji forces him back down, forces him to crouch down. Wasn't able to capitalize on it, but able to get some damage going now. Blocks the Shoryuken Reppa. Here comes the throw, and Naji is on the board.
Naji's Ken meter was definitely flashing. Knew that EXP was going to happen.
Didn't need a spider sense for that.
No.
There's an incredible amount of reads you need to make at any given moment in this game. The mental stack is just insane. And when somebody makes a read and a prediction like that, you just gotta clap for them. Because that is just insane on-the-moment thinking.
Bust out. No more overheads. Listen, I took 10 years to put these buns up. You are not smashing them again.
No, you have no idea how much work went into that. Speaking of work, Uriel, was about to submit a W2. Perfect parry.
Perfect parry into the throw to punish. That was a beautiful move from Naji, who's about to take a game from Uriel. Burnout, though.
Sit pretty. Just sit pretty. You got 50
Wait
seconds.
for it. Here comes the overhead, and we have a game. Not gonna wait at all. Bit of a neutral standoff, trying to feel each other out. Uriel draws first blood. Naji caught coming in. Blocks that, doesn't block that. Gets caught coming up into the throw. But what a reversal.
Corner pressure here for Naji. Oh, tried to go for the air, and then the frustration pinwheel.
That's tough. I feel like
Naji
Naji's
comes back
figured something out in this matchup. He's starting to deal with Uriel, but as I say that, Uriel says, you downloaded me. Let me just, let me switch Ethernet ports. We'll come at you from a different port.
Yo, can we gonna change ports? And you gotta start the whole thing all over again.
Man's got 2 internet connections.
And if all else fails, he switches to Wi-Fi.
Not in this tournament.
So,
What a
fierce punish counter. Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Is he gonna build level 3? He is. Oh, is he gonna
is.
spend it? How many hits we seeing?
He might. He spends it. He spends it, and that's going to do it. That is going to send Uriel on up and end Naji's night. Oh, not quite yet. Not quite yet. A little sliver of health left, but the Shoryuken ends the story. Good night, Naji, and congratulations, Uriel.
Yo, kill or not.
Yeah, I like that DP there.
That was an interesting bit of adaptation from Naji in that second to last game, but just not quite able to carry over the lessons that they learned and really make it stick. I wonder, what do you guys think was behind that? What do you guys made it so that Naji couldn't really adapt enough?
I think Naji made the adaptations. I still think that the adaptations that were made were not answers to low forward. They were just avoiding it. And honestly, if we go back and look through the set and look at how many there's another one right there. How many low forwards that Uriel got to, 1, stuff drive rush, but then 2, stop Naji from walking into a range where low fireball is going to be persistent on the screen for a really long time. Really put Naji on the back foot.
Yeah, and over-reliance on things like the drive rush in with the kick and the pinwheel, I think, because once Uriel knew to look for those things, it just kept coming up and up and up.
Yeah. Heads up play. I mean, both really good players, but Uriel certainly might want to have something to say to FluxWaveZ. So on the road back, but gonna have to get through Jewelman, sitting there on the Edmund.
Yeah, got a lot of work to do here. Oh, why is talking so hard today?
I mean, to be fair, you made it the most challenging of any day of the week by putting it on Monday. So you chose European Extreme.
Yeah, that's definitely on us. We made a choice. That's just what we're dealing with. All right, so this is going to be losers' quarters. This is a.
Is this Louisman and Noah?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to jewelman Uriel.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you never saw Dhalsim versus Luke in Street Fighter V, so it's an interesting matchup to see coming into 6, even though they're both veterans of the previous game, technically.
Shafe in the chat, reminiscing about getting rolled down the hills in tires. We're about to see if Noah can get the tire momentum going up against Lumen's Dhalsim, who's going to try to slow it down. He's trying to stop the tire before it hits the wall of hay.
Yep.
How do you run over rubber, you know? It's questions you need to ask yourself. Teleport's out of there.
That was a good use of the teleport as an escape button from Louisman. You know, the first time he went to it as a cross-up attempt, it was red, but a great way to escape the corner pressure. And Luke, I almost called him Lewis, is all pressure.
Yeah, Lewis doing his best out here to fight, but you know...
I mean, there's Lennox Lewis, Joe Lewis. Why not Luke Lewis?
Lewis protagonist.
From Memphis?
They only call him Lewis in Memphis.
Yeah. He's earned that respect. As many people as he sent there, yeah, put some respect on that name.
Catches him coming down, made the read on that teleport air attack. Good thinking from Noah. I like how he thinks on the fly. He's not just unga-bungaing, you know?
Oh, parry stance is up, but Noah lets go of it.
Smart. Gets in, throws in.
Went through the super to throw it. Wow. Level 3 is right there if Noah wants it. In burnout, though.
DI.
That was a risky DI from Louisman, but it worked out.
Look, this game's all about calculated risk.
Yo, get out my skies, brother.
Just because I've got a flash kick doesn't mean I won't keep you at him. Oof. Oh! You got hit with the bouncing ball. Man, guy was trying to sing karaoke, forgot the lines.
It happens to the best of us. Drive reversal, get off me.
Good defensive awareness from Louisman, able to restore his desired range, and some very strong parry game there. I like
baited it!
Good bait there, and I like how quickly Noah can whip out the rising uppercut when he needs it. Speaking of lending power, chat, how about some of those Maturino codes?
Let's lend it out.
Noah with level 3 available. Louisman got to be a little careful here with throw. Reversal of fortunes. Noah. The punch through. Hit him with the punch out. You know my man's with the big belly.
Boop, 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 boop. Man's pants fell down, got socked. Dude, that fight
I
is
hate when that
so
happens.
fun.
Yeah, Noah having a lot of luck with just going right through Louisman's defenses, and he seems to just see everything coming. Sees these teleports and slick tricks coming. You know, Louisman probably has to mix this up a bit. Probably has to get a little less predictable.
Oh, great break on the throw from Noah. Drive rush fear is going to connect. Not a perfect knuckle, though.
Noah!
Level 1. Woo-hoo!
This kid never fails to surprise me. The young man reactions.
He is called the Prodigy.
Jinx, owe me pancakes.
Damn it.
Yes.
Whoa!
We'll settle that tab later.
He baits
Noah
out
right
the
now.
rising uppercut, teleports around it, and punishes it. Some flashes of brilliance from Louisman, reminding us he is still very much in this fight.
Wow, what a neutral jump to bait the drive reversal. Says, you want to slow me down, I'm not going to let you. Man's doing the bunny hop, big hit, just not letting Louisman breathe.
And every time Louisman does that escape teleport to get out of the corner, Noah just turns around and makes the read. I know that there are only so many ways to get out of the corner if you're Dhalsim, but gotta make something happen here. Gotta mix up the tool set a bit.
Oh, I like that. Smart stuff from Louisman. Waiting for the sandblast recovery.
Speaking of setting up, right? Speaking of mixing things up.
Getting a throat punch.
Again, no perfect knuckle.
Yep. Louisman kind of turtling in the corner there, but here comes the super. The level 3 is there.
Don't you hate it when the turtle suddenly sets you on fire? Like, you're just walking over, trying to look at an amphibian, boom, burst into flames. The worst.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. That's what happened to the dinosaurs, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, right. There wasn't a meteor, it was turtles. It was a shitload of turtles.
What the hell kind of turtles do they have in Utah?
Yo, you ain't heard of the Utah flame tortoise?
Gotta study up, my guy.
They're
I
terrifying.
know who definitely has it, Louisman, because it's 2-0 now, and the dominant force that has been at the top of the leaderboards all season might be seeing his way out.
Oh, like that drive impact there, but the fireball, Noah still gets a crouch medium punch in there. I'm gonna get something. I'm not leaving here without nothing.
I don't care that I lost.
That time.
Give me my quarter.
All right, Louisman able to make the teleport work, but gets caught on the rising uppercut.
Wow, stun
Wall
combo.
splat.
Oh no!
He avoids the stun combo, but he runs right into the rising knuckle, and the sandblast puts Noah on set point. Louisman running out of room, running out of options, running out of time.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. We're talking about spaghetti. Man was diving over the wall to get to Rossetti's. Wanted that pasta plate.
Here comes the level 2, but is it going to be enough? Does it? He uses the throw to get around it. He avoids it with the iframes from the throw.
That's what the dinosaur should have done. Just throw.
Just throw the
Meteor wouldn't
tortoises.
even hit you. Yeah, come on.
I mean, the T-Rexes might not have been okay. They got those little stubby arms, but
here it comes, going down to Memphis, and the champion is going down. The running favorite is out of the tournament. Good night, Louisman.
Wow.
He just 3-0'd Louisman.
this kid is something special. I tell you what.
Yeah, I know it just, you know, something about the brazenness of youth and the boldness just allows you to play in such a fashion where you just don't respect your opponent whatsoever. And the gamble with that is if you're stuffed early, you can find yourself in a quagmire. But if it works, you can just hop on that train to Memphis all day long, right? Like the momentum is out of this world, especially up against a Guile. A Dalsim, and you're playing Luke, who's just can steamroll other characters. I like the strategy, the all or nothing from Noah.
Yep. Watch it turn out that Noah's like 32, and you all look silly calling him like Gerber and Kid and
he is
Brazen.
He's definitely not 32.
Barely 21. I promise you. He is a young...
I mean, I don't care. I'm not going to judge, but it's kind of silly calling him like Gerber and stuff. You make it sound like he's 12.
He was when he was clapping people up in Marvel. He's got a legacy.
The kid was young as hell. Alright, this is Uriel Velorio versus Jewelman. This is our other losers quarters for this season finale. Make sure to claim these Smash Arenas. Make sure to tell your grandma to get in this chat to hang out with us.
The grandma bucks, those are some of the best bucks, man. Let me tell you something. Go to grandma's house, get those Werthers, a couple of ducats to go to the corner store. Let me tell you.
Yo, we used to have this corner store at my grandma's, and they had penny candy. Like, it was just a big old jar of candy, and every piece was a penny. So grandma would give us 50 cents, right? Which was like 10 pounds. Not really 10 pounds, but to a little kid.
It's yeah. In kid conversion, it's about 10 pounds. That sugar rush lasted all day. Let me tell you, that was some good times. Speaking of good times, we're having a good time here watching this season 1 finale here at the online local. We just saw Noah take out the #1 seed for this week's bracket in commanding fashion and looking pretty strong. Jewelman and Uriel are up next. speaking of strong, Uriel's on the tear. Maybe feeling a certain kind of way after losing to FluxWaveZ 3-2.
I think to be a competitive player, you need to be someone who takes losses a bit personally. Not so much that you just tilt and quit, but it needs to give you that additional fire to be like, okay, yeah, that's not happening again.
Yeah, I mean, worked for Michael Jordan.
Yep. Man went to baseball, came back stronger, I think. How that worked?
Yeah, let's say it. I mean, I watched Space Jam. I know how the story goes.
Fair. Speaking of stories, by the way, I think it is worth noting that if y'all are thinking, man, how does the online local get their VODs on YouTube so fast? I want to give a shout out to VOD Ripper, which is a service we're using, which like auto-magically helps us get our VODs up. It's pretty dope. Check them out, vodripper.com. I think it's vod-ripper.com. They're amazing.
I love auto magic.
It's the best kind of magic.
All right, some good aggressive pressure from Jewelman, but already countered by Uriel, who gets the drive rush in, and that is one heck of a combo to start the round.
Starting off really aggressively, Uriel just no breaks at all in this losers bracket. Jewelman hemmed up in the corner.
I mean, why would you hit on the brakes when you're up against a Honda? He is a character who, the second you let off the pressure, he's going to run all over you. You do not have that luxury.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to let this character play the video game whatsoever. And Uriel doing a great job of taking first blood here.
Yeah. So say you're Jewelman, you're taking Honda into this matchup. What are you thinking your steps to success are?
Well, we've seen, if Jewelman was watching the previous match, we've seen Uriel use low forward to really almost perfection. So that's step number one. And step number two, try to find the gaps where you can start to lay down some pressure with hands. But right now, it's all Uriel all the time. Step number one might be just don't get hit.
Yep.
Isn't that always step number one? Hit. Step one is hit. Step two is don't get hit. That's all martial arts in a nutshell.
What's the John Madden play? Do more damage to your opponent than they do to you?
Pro tip, if you want to be a good Street Fighter 6 player, instead of losing, win.
Try winning.
Just win.
Oh, what a drive rush to answer the neutral jump over the fireball. Uriel is firing on all cylinders.
God, what a Jinrai combo too to boot. Meaty DI, splat, dead.
Jewelman barely was in that round, barely even got to press a button. Uriel is just so oppressive. I like the thinking with the Ocho throw and the round starting butt slam, trying to regain some momentum. It looked like he actually baited out a parry there, but wasn't able to do it this time, parrying the headbutt, and now the momentum is back to Uriel.
Shafe, that is a special mix-up, only reserved for fighting game players that are married.
Good blocking, but blocking can only take you so far. Bear hug. The critical art is there if he wants it.
Oh, I like it. The DI and the finish. I really like the way Jewelman started off, just going YOLO. Like, sometimes you just got to go antler to antler against the opponent.
And speaking of antler to antler, we had a clash of drive rushes there, but Uriel coming out ahead and gets a hefty amount of damage for his trouble. Just teeing off, and here comes the critical art. Honestly, probably a bit overkill, but smoke them while you got them.
You know, sometimes when you go antler to antler, you lose your head. So, you know, your mileage may vary.
It does happen. You can recommend it, but you know.
Man.
Hey, remember when this game first came out and everyone was insisting that Honda needed to be nerfed and couldn't be beaten? I'm just thinking about that for some reason.
I will say Uriel's doing a good job controlling the Honda energy. Oh, he got the meaty jump roundhouse, but he didn't convert, but that's okay. We got
reset.
Rams.
You could argue that right now Uriel is out Honda-ing Honda.
That's one way to put it for sure. Loop City.
Do it again. Do it
A
a
triple?
time.
We're going quadruple? No. Crush combo.
Good whiff punish. Good whiff punish. Gets the wall combo.
Man is styling. Barely touch. Burned out. Break the dome.
I love that meaty axe kick to put himself on set point. Jewelman barely in this set so far. Parries the flying headbutt to start it. I like the YOLO energy of starting that round, but it just does not pay off. Uriel starting to steamroll this.
What a perfect parry again on the headbutt. Uriel looking divine like their namesake.
In like kickboxing or MMA or boxing, this is about where I'd be wondering why the ref hasn't stopped the fight.
I do like that reversal. Super. Say, look, please stop. Uriel using the combo, by the way, with the down fierce and the DI to get the back. Yeah, all this.
Wow. You didn't even get to finish your sentence. Uriel was just like, yeah, nope, this is over.
I didn't need to. Uriel finished it for me in a commanding victory over Jewelman.
Yeah, good stuff to Uriel. Just playing so well. This next match on loser side is going to be really interesting, but I think we're going to hop back up to the winner's side to see FluxWaveZ versus Bryan-D. All the matches have been heat, but these last two that we got in these winners finals and loser semis that are coming up are going to be really exciting.
Yeah, I agree. FluxWaveZ versus Bryan. Guile, JP. This is going to be a match.
Yeah, you were saying that Uriel was out Honda-ing the Honda, but I think it was up to Jewelman to out-kin the kin, and it just really did not come together. And it's hard, especially when you have a player like Uriel who's, I mean, you're playing kin, so the man comes loaded with pretty much everything. But when you're playing in such a manner where there's like flow chart and then there's flow state. And I think we're seeing Uriel close to the latter, in which it's not pre-canned responses, it's prediction and reaction at its finest. And when you can combine those two, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, and Uriel is just so used to Ken. It's a little like Bryan-D and his mastery of Guile. He so understands his character's toolbox that you are not going to get him off his game by out-YOLOing him.
Yeah. I think that I'm really, any of these four that get into grand finals is going to be fantastic, but I would really like to see Uriel versus Bryan-D, just because the way that Uriel's playing around characters and players that are trying to keep him out is really exciting at the moment. But anybody getting in,
and that would actually be a very compelling match, because it would be a rematch of a couple weeks ago where that was grand finals and where they had actually met like 3 different times that night.
All right, Bryan-D on their way. FluxWaveZ, I did see they were in a ranked match, so I assume they're going to have to finish that up real quick. This is our winners finals. Coming in hot and heavy. Let's go look at our bracket real quick. So after this, we'll drop down to losers semis. Yeah, that way we give the loser of this a break. So we'll see Uriel versus Noah next. And then we'll finish up this tournament. We're cruising right along. Making good time. Thank you to our East Coast friends for rocking along with us and starting half an hour late so that I could finish work, because I had to work late today. So thank you all.
Appreciate it. Hey, thanks Night Owl Prime. Much love. It's free for everybody on the interwebs.
Oh, no kidding.
You can use it yourself.
I do love some TMNT. Yo, did y'all check out the new Turtles movie, by the way?
I have not, unfortunately.
I have not had a chance.
Incredible. It is so good. I loved it.
Yeah. It's out on streaming services now, right? So
yeah, we bought it on Google or Amazon or something.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the purchase, I think, from what I've been hearing. So I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, agreed. Every time I eat a bacon, egg, and cheese, I'm like,
I
bacon,
did
egg,
see
and
that
cheese,
clip.
bacon, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese.
I kind of want a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yo, when are they not good? Like, for real.
That's the
When is
thing,
bacon, egg,
right?
and
Like,
cheese
if
not
you're
big?
gonna get hype about some sort of combination of foods, that's definitely up there on the tier list.
Oh, for sure. Top 10. Easy. Oh, man, we making faces. We're getting angry. Here we go. Winners finals. FluxWaveZ, Bryan-D. Oh, no, the names are backwards. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. What do we do?
If I recall correctly, this is actually a match that we saw in that same tournament I was talking about with Uriel and Bryan-D in grand finals. So Bryan-D, pretty familiar, not just with JP, but with Flux. And I should remind the viewers, Bryan-D won that tournament.
Yeah, we've definitely seen this match before.
Trying to go with a couple of Pierce early, but man, drive rush, low forward, into flash kick, Flux pressed against the corner.
Bryan-D's high-lows are a thing of beauty to behold, and also his low highs, you know, just his level changes, his sense of aggression.
That was a combo.
Backs off a little to create some space, blocks the cross-up, puts FluxWaveZ into burnout. There's a low for him, gets punish countered. And the flash kick is there.
It is so deceptively forward-reaching. You think you're faking it, you think you're baiting it, and if you miscalculate by even a pixel, you get duffed up.
Good blocking and parrying from Bryan-D. He seems to have the timing pretty down, but it gets caught coming in, trying to avoid that.
What a perfect parry.
Not much luck with that teleport.
The weight.
Oh, the amnesia! You're gonna remember this.
I like that cash. Spend it, get the life lead, do a shitload of damage.
Give me my drive gauge back.
Smoke it while you got it.
There's the Pierce we've been talking about. Nice anti-air,
crouch
fake
Pierce.
ghost.
I like it. Good on FluxWaveZ too for not going away from, you know, the game plan of using Pierce. It didn't work out in round one, but did not, you know, leave it on the table. Sometimes you just gotta reapply it, and FluxWaveZ will take these trades all year long.
Absolutely.
Right now, this round is reminding me of when you see elephant seals fight and they just slam their whole body into each other as hard as they can. That opening with them just trading Pierce and Sonic Boom over and over and over, like, that's what that was making me think of.
That is vivid imagery. I've never seen elephant seals fight, but if they're wearing hats like JP, I'm good with it.
Well, I mean, they have to be. They're perfect gentlemen the whole time.
That's true.
This Pierce lockdown. This is brutal. You can get out of the mix? No.
Really, that was a taste of Brian's own medicine, because as we've seen time and time again, if you let him, he will just lock you down on the end of Sonic Booms until the end of time. And if you get over one, he's right there with a flash kick.
The X goes to go through the cross.
Hey, do you guys think JP is Catholic?
Too much purple. I
You don't think so? Because he's always using the OD Ghost.
Walk right into that one, just like Bryan-D got hit up by that drive impact. He does make the
Sends
cross
FluxWaveZ
on level
into
one,
burnout.
so you know.
He does.
Maybe you might be onto something.
Throws it up.
He does keep letting FluxWaveZ back off, but I suppose at this level, it's less of a question of if you're letting them as if you're just able to stop them.
Well, he just kept going, and Flux is going to counter DI that. Going to get the departure, side switch, corner,
Stop it.
damage. Yo.
The snap wrap combo, just like that.
Yo, Flux, behave. Behave.
Coming back to those Pierces again and again, and you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Already cashing in the super for some guaranteed damage.
I know I'm getting good highlights for the replay when I see Sniffles type clip at the same time I click the snip button for the replay.
Synergize. Oh, EX.
Well, you know, that
interrupted.
also means I can go by what Sniffles says for when I'm picking for my reel. You know, if he says it's good, it's good.
This knows.
Bryan-D has that level 3 whenever he wants it. Both of them dangerously close to burnout. FluxWaveZ in burnout now. Both of them in burnout. Critical art ready whenever Bryan-D wants it. He might need it to steal some desperately needed momentum. FluxWaveZ stuck in the corner at the end of a bunch of sonic booms. Manages to force him back. There's the portal.
Yeah, that was checkmate. As soon as the departure went out and burnout remained, that was just bad news bears. Is it really
Bryan-D,
right now?
It is.
Is he going Luke?
He might try it. Do you think Luke's a better choice in this matchup?
Better than Guile. I think.
I suppose there's not the temptation to be in zoning worse.
He can drive rush through better. He can get some projectile stuff going. He has real good opportunity to move forward, and like jump in is massive damage for him.
Tries to rush in.
Now the question is, how do you get your engines going on, the character? Are you warmed and ready to go?
How fast can you switch? And right now, he switched so far.
Yeah, so far, no trouble making that switch at all. Sticking to his game plan, and that is a dominant first round from Bryan-D, looking much more alive than when he was playing as Guile.
Well, you just get a lot more freedom too as Luke to, move around, to put yourself in places where you can dash past peers. Oh, level 1?
Uh-oh. FluxWaveZ adapting too, though, getting a little more close, getting a little more personal, not letting Bryan-D run away with this. Goes for the neutral jump.
Mixing up the shoes there, FluxWaveZ. We saw FluxWaveZ start to shift up the game plan, getting a little close. There's the punish with the cane normal, and the boots out of the sky. Set point FluxWaveZ.
Already set point, and we have seen how strong a player Bryan-D is. He's on the verge of going 0-3 against FluxWaveZ.
Can we talk about stand medium kick just to make sure the drive rush isn't going to work? Man started off with the shin tap.
Getting all the looks at the shoes right now. Drive impact for maximum damage to the gauge. Oh, what a punish from FluxWaveZ. Perfection.
A perfect to finish off Bryan-D and move on to grand finals. FluxWaveZ making this look easy.
Easy.
Wow.
A little bit sleazy. Let's check these replays.
Now that was definitely used cars salesman sort of slime right there. That was some rough stuff.
What was the score there? Was that 3-0?
3-0.
I like the counter DI. Like, we didn't see DI a lot at all, and Flux was ready.
Just flux. Not hardly ever able to get through those pierces. The departure is right there waiting for him. The supers are right there. Flux just so oppressive, so dominant. Like I was saying, just choking out all your options until you feel like you don't even get to play.
Well, Bryan-D will have another shot at it in losers final, so not out quite yet. Have to wait to see if they can get in the grand finals, but
you were saying that you wanted to see Bryan-D and Uriel, and now we're on track for that happening.
Yeah, didn't think it'd be over here, but sometimes you get what you want in different kind of packages. I'm here for it no matter what.
All right, stream overlay is ready. Wait for these players to get in here.
This one is this one's going to be a very high, fast-paced one for my anticipation. I think both of these players start the round on gear 5. Just ready to go.
Have any of these matches not been in Gear 5?
Sim was a little
Yeah,
slower.
yeah, I would say so. I think that,
That might have been like Gear 4.
yeah, somewhere around there.
I think his names are on the wrong side. They definitely
All right, here we go. Loser semis. Season 1 finale here at the online local. It'll be Uriel versus Noahtheprodigy.
And let's see if Noah's young man reactions are going to get him through the steamroller that is Uriel Velorio.
Crouching, medium, kick.
Low, mid, high. Just a beautiful change in levels. But Noah not deterred, but runs right into the Shoryuken Reppa. Lots of reliance on this drive rush to get in. Like, so far, Noah's just coming to that again and again. And, you know, smoke him while you got him, but maybe a little too happy on spending drive meter.
There's the burnout. Speaking of spinning drive meter, now you're stuck in Dragon Last City. Let me tell you,
Yeah,
that
like-
tail hurts. Level 1 to go through.
Like, you have options if you're in burnout, but you got to put yourself in burnout smartly. You can't just do it to do it.
Is he blocking? Smart
Yeah,
stuff.
He blocked.
Listen, when you're young, you got no fear. What's burnout to a man already on fire?
Air to air.
Smothering him in the corner, blocking the jump out, gets that one too, knocks him right back in there. And Noah has not taken a shred of damage yet. There's some gray health there. Not sure I even count gray health, to be honest with you.
I don't count.
In burnout again.
Big hits. Stand fierce. Goes for the Dragon Lash. Noah is burned out. Triple jab Kerber.
As level 1, this time Uriel slowing it down just a little bit, respecting the reversal. And there it is,
There
Beast
they come.
Mode, baby. I didn't do level 1 again.
Fair. He didn't. You right. You right.
All right, saw it coming that time, though. Nice parry, but gets parried in turn and already back in, not quite in the corner yet, but almost. Gets the throw, was parrying a little early there and was red for it.
Oh, another punish counter on the throw bait.
Wow.
Whoa! I mean, what was there even to say about that round?
I'm just
I
shocked
mean,
with how
Noah-
committed. Oh, go ahead, Mav.
No, go for it.
I feel like Uriel was very committed to I am parrying on wake up. I do not care about getting thrown.
Oh, yeah.
Blocked
Noah-
all of that.
Noah had been respecting the EX reversal the whole time throughout this set so far. So, yeah, that DP, really low chance of hitting. But Uriel has corner pressure. Great tech from Noah. DP for your troubles.
Noah getting a bit of a taste of his own medicine. Punches through.
No way!
Going into the
Fucking
super.
kid. This fucking kid.
Whoa! Not quite a kill, but damn close. And that Sandblast does it. 2-0 against Uriel.
You know, I think Noah did that to... I saw a clip where Noah did that to Punk as well.
Yeah.
Noah's fought Punk.
Tried to whiff punish a button from Noah, and it was straight to level 3. It was ridiculous.
I mean,
Well, hey, you got to know when to spend it, right?
wait. I'm not fighting.
Surprise tournament
I wanna
entrant,
fight that
everybody.
guy.
Thomas
Surprise!
Winkley
Fight
is
me!
in the bracket. You know,
Money
it's
in the
like
bank
Street
cash in.
Fighter 2 when you get through all the computer opponents, and then instead of Bison, you have to fight Akuma.
The
He
problem
just
is
shows up in Shungoku Satsu's Bison.
only if Akuma has 5 health and bad execution. Like, I am not the final boss of this tournament. Noah's up 2-0.
2-0 Noah.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Good
parry.
reversal there. Juggles him into the corner. There comes the drive rush. So much corner pressure. Using the Tatsu to get out, but not doing much good. Reads the cross up. More of a back and forth round, trying to get around the Sandblast. Gets red with the parry though. Uriel too parry happy, if I may venture an opinion. You know, he
He's out of
comes
bar.
back to the parry. He identifies with his prowess as a parrier.
All right, has
But this
Uriel decoded a little bit of Noah right now?
There's the question. Right now, Noah getting a taste of his own medicine in the same situation he was putting Uriel in.
Oops.
Misses the rising uppercut, and that is a heap of damage. Uriel taking a round at last. You're right, I think, Tom. Uriel might well have figured out how Noah plays, how Noah is going to pursue this, and he might have found a way to keep himself alive.
Maybe.
I like that low forward there. Uriel hasn't really had the space or the place to really use that much this match. There's another low forward punish counter. Now we're seeing the Uriel that we saw earlier. Nope.
Not letting it happen.
Too young.
Punish counter.
Ooh, goes for side switch instead of kill. Oh, well.
I like that.
But now we're going for it. The arc comes out. We're going down to Memphis, and Noahtheprodigy on set point.
I find it incredibly interesting with Noah, these moments where you see him presumably make a decision that you don't understand. Oh, he just jumped out of the corner. He didn't take the damage. I don't know why. And as soon as you think you don't know why, he does a full confirm into kill. Yo, speaking of which, big hits.
Yeah, the early spin here going to swap the drive gauges essentially. Give Uriel the ability to rush forward. Gets the punish counter as well. Noah hemmed up in the corner. Burnt out as well. Stun combo. This should finish.
That should indeed. And that is exactly what Uriel needed.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Noah's still alive, but look at that sliver of health. Can he really batter Uriel down?
Oh my
all
God.
the way from 1 pixel? Is the 1 pixel comeback going to happen? It is not.
Uriel. Smart usage of level 1 there as soon as he saw the drive rush. Going into game 4.
You have to give him credit where due. Uriel just found the way to keep himself in the match.
Well, I had a couple of key low forward punish counters there. Went for it there, but the Sandblast is going to blast him back. Great walk back from Noah and the block on the EXDP from Uriel.
Yeah, he read that like a book. Saw it coming, but misses the rising uppercut. And here's Uriel's chance.
He didn't have the crosscut. That's okay. He's got EX, I guess. Uriel. No crosscut on his side.
Caught on the crosscut.
Not a perfect knuckle.
And here we are again. Noah on set point. Uriel making his last stand, fighting for his life here. Manages to bait out the neutral jump, punishes it with a dragon punch.
Nice. I love a crosscut. It is so satisfying to see a crosscut DP hit.
Interesting thinking with the drive rushes while Uriel is down. Good way to ensure corner pressure and keep Uriel from feeling safe. Got the level 3, maybe not going to need it. That is going to be spent. It is time for beast mode, and Noah moving on to losers finals. Good night, Uriel. This guy, Noah, I mean, what's it going to take to stop him?
Well, I think FluxWaveZ brings a different type of energy, but also Bryan-D does as well. So it'll be interesting to see Noah go up against Bryan-D again after playing so well on the loser's side. Lost to Bryan-D 3-1, so this will be a run back.
Well, sorry about that matchup you wanted. We're not going to see that this week.
Well, you know.
That's Street Fighter.
That's fighting games, baby.
That's how you know we don't script this stuff.
Just do the star wipe out.
What if I have a star wipe? Let's see.
Everybody needs a star wipe.
Yeah, right. More star wipes means more production.
Is that the way it works? We
That's how it
charged you
works.
extra because of the star wipes.
Yeah, it's an extra $10 per wipe.
Bryan-D trying to keep him on the end of these sonic booms.
Ooh, what a punish.
Good punish. Drive rushes in. Bryan-D caught low jabbing, whiffs, wakes up with the kick.
Meaty overhead. Came with sauce and everything.
I mean, it had been in the oven for at least 15 hours, slow and low.
Yeah.
It needed
Wow.
lots of sauce.
Yeah. Noah just like that with first blood against Bryan-D. Good anti-air. Going back to Boom City. Noah's in again. Drive rush throw. Noah's aggression de jour, if you will.
I like the aggression that Noah starts off with, the sheer energy that he starts off with. He never seems to play tired. Parrying all of these. Bit of a fireball war going on here. Trying to find a good way past
that jump
the
in
Sonic
landed.
Booms. Same. That's not going to do him much good. There was a flash kick. Gets the throw. Both of them really high up on meters. Level 3, critical art. Noah spending his, and that should do it. That should be the first game.
Lewis
It is.
from Memphis.
Man, this Memphis Lewis looking
Yeah,
scared.
they got to do something about him. Oh, nice. Bryan getting some momentum back. Took the plus range for a throw. Double scoop. We're going for the banana split. Yes, sir.
Another throw. The throw loops in this game can be absurd. I mean, at some point you gotta start wondering why people aren't teching.
The fear. The fear of the shimmy, my friend.
Thanks for the contribution, Afro Sound with Senpai. And don't forget, listeners, watchers, you too can contribute to the Matcherino.
Right, if we get to $100, top 2 of this will pay out. Right now we're at 75. We've got lots of Mascherino codes to burn. Perfect parry, speaking of burning. Crosscut DPs. Out here.
Bryan just trying to get out of there.
Jumps out of the throw. There comes the hurricane.
It's free money, y'all.
Bryan-D
tough.
finding his game a little more. Keeps him on the other end of that Sonic Blade, clearly setting up a hurricane or another Sonic Boom.
Noah has critical
Driver.
art.
He
He
does.
gets a couple of punishes. A pair of punishes could do the job.
Yep.
Bryan-D isn't careful. The jump back, I like that from Bryan-D. The patience, not wanting to overcommit and overextend. Oh!
Nice. Yeah, it's almost as if there's somebody in Brian's ear like, tranquilo. Like, chill out, my guy. Because he was so patient.
Noah trying to walk it down.
Tries to jump. Good reaction from Noah, able to turn around on a dime.
I like that counter poke from Bryan. Yeah, spin that.
Not gonna kill, but that is some desperately needed momentum. And call Noah a college senior because he is burnt out.
Doesn't matter. He's buffering that during that setup. This is an intentional setup. This is the 3rd time we've seen this from Noah. It's planned.
Oh, the hell! That insurance policy deductible going up.
And catches him coming up for the sandblast. What a strategy. What a setup.
Man's getting the email from his insurance company. We
Yeah,
gotta
like-
raise your rates due to inflation and risk of crime in your area. You've been robbed twice.
From this Lewis from Memphis.
Listen, anyone that lives anywhere near Memphis Lewis has to pay an extra $20 a month.
All right, over-relying on the Sonic Booms a bit. Noah timing the jump in, gets a good air juggle going, drives him all the way back into the corner, powers through the Sonic Boom, punish counter with the throw. But here comes Bryan. Sonic Hurricane is there, a
Cross
sliver
up.
of health. Can he capitalize, or is Noah going to make another comeback? He does! Set point for Noahtheprodigy. Bryan-D, the latest, staring down a 3-0.
This kid is something.
What did Noah eat before he started this tournament? What's his training diet?
It's nothing but
Street
Wheaties
Fighter
and Red
6
Bull.
players. Big conversion.
Caught him in the loop.
Yeah, I like this. Spend it all.
Yep, spend it while you got it. And that it's not going to kill, but damn close. And so little help for Bryan-D to work with. The game plan has failed. You can read the book, but it doesn't matter if there aren't any pages. Noahtheprodigy moves on.
Wow. Just impressively dominant performance as he's moving through this bracket. And now we're ready for grand finals. We are going to need to take an ad break, so we'll finish this replay load of 25 seconds. And then we need to take a break so we don't get smoked during grands. And then we'll do this. My man is out here working, though. Look at this. The throws. This time, though, not working. Goes for the meaty DI. Brian's ready. Nice little punish there.
Playing like this, I am amazed that Noah's in losers at all.
I mean, he's...
Well, I mean, he answered back against Bryan too, right? That was the run back, so it's got to feel good. Noah's been playing activated and alert. You know, the APB is out on heavy flash knuckle. Do not DI that sucker against Noah when he has level 3 because you're going to have a very bad time. So, you know, I really like the pace that Noah's playing at. And the one thing that I've noticed the difference, right when we take this break, I'll get back to it. But there's one thing that I like to highlight about Noah's play when we get back that has really made the difference.
And it's weird because it says we're in an ad break, but it says we've got one coming. Let me just refresh to see where we're at. Okay, no, we're not in an ad break. All right, we're doing the ad, running 3 minutes. We'll be back, and then we'll get your grand finals, Flux versus Noah. Ad started. All right, let me get these invites sent. Noah, this kid. Flux Noah is going to be a banger. Holy shit, this is going to be a match.
Yeah, like, don't blink.
Yeah, this is going to be... It's going to be something. You know what we need to do? We need to get predictions up. Okay. For those of you that have Twitch Turbo and or sub to the channel, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us during this 3-minute ad break. We got 2 minutes left. Hope you're enjoying the finals. We've got like a cool new idea coming for how we're gonna run brackets starting next week. But overall, I'm happy with today. The stream has been relatively uneventful in a good way, minus my Ethernet cable getting unplugged. But otherwise, it's been good. Commentary's been fire. The hydration has been good. The matches have been good.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Got it. Got it. I wonder if... Got 1 minute and 4 left to go. Hope you're enjoying. If you were seeing this, I would tell you to sub, but claim the Mancherino. And thanks for subbing and supporting us. All that money goes back into the prize pool and making sure our stream production doesn't explode. Yeah, I figured out the issue for those watching that are subbed. The issue with the stream production was the bandwidth for NDI was not enough. For some reason, I had 150 megabit throughput, but it was throttling down every 10 seconds to about 60 megabits, which is not enough to carry HD video. It was really weird. And I don't know why. I assume I need to like run new Ethernet cables and shit, but I'm not gonna. I just rebuilt the stream setup in a different way, and now it's better. But now the ads are coming to an end. We got 14 seconds. And we should be good to go. Let me get this rolling. The Whomst is out. The players have been notified. I'm not going to leave the custom room. Friends, enemies, homies, I hope you enjoy this grand finals. I should probably update the overlay to reflect it. We got FluxWaveZ in winners. Oh my god, I've got caps lock on. Versus Noahtheprodigy in losers. This is the first time we've done a season like this. I guess we kind of did something like this for the end of Street Fighter V as well, which is really fun. But you know, for Street Fighter VI, our first season. Hope you enjoy it.
So what's the plan for after the season finale? Are we like going on break for a while, or what are we thinking of doing?
Oh no, we're straight back. We're straight back here on Mondays. I think we're gonna change up the bracket format a little bit. Maybe step away from the standard double elim though. But we will have a season. It'll just run and function a little bit different. But it's gonna happen. But here we go. Grand finals. FluxWaveZ and winners. Noahtheprodigy and losers. Get your predictions in. We're doing this. And claim those matcherinos.
All right, FluxWaveZ reaves the drive in an attempt. Reads the drive rush attempt. Catches him coming in, does it again, but there's a bit of a trade this time. Already a hard exchange in the middle of the screen. FluxWave's actually coming in ahead, but Noahtheprodigy right there, ready to give as good as he's taking.
That drive range, though, yep, straight into burnout. FluxWave's hanging out nice and crisp. Couple low fours doing the dance, crouch fierce.
Low forward, low forward, low forward. You know, he's going to keep doing that until Noah has an answer. And Noah might.
Caught him looking with the drive impact. FluxWave's with first blood.
Bit of a standoff in neutral now. Couple sandblasts that don't go anywhere. Another low forward. Tries for a reversal into thin air. Parries that second low forward.
Yeah, I like that a lot after the OD Ghost. Trying to drive rush in, Noah getting the parry to kind of mitigate the chip on the OD meter. He's already fishing for throw baits early. You can see the wiggle.
Yeah, but Flux really hasn't been one to get caught with that all bracket.
Yeah. He hasn't been waking up in Tekken.
Puts himself in burnout.
Okay, you gotta hold all these. Just keeps it low. That's gonna be a nice conversion, but he jumps out of the grippy. These level 3s.
Noah is so good at jumping out of the fire and knowing when to spend his level 3. It has been there for him all night.
All night. And it's paying off in droves. He must have been holding up back that whole combo, looking out for the grippy ghost reset.
Reminds me a little of Tokido's comeback in that one match in Evo.
Alright, so look at this pressure out here from FluxWave's gonna go with the Gozer Gala once again.
Not gonna jump out this time. There's the wall There's the wall stun, and we are seeing the end of the game. FluxWaveZ 1-0.
You can have that one for, I just want 10% royalties, Tom.
That's right, no, I got you. Gozer Gala is a godlike name for that level 2.
We need to start, like, spreading that around until they're saying it at Evo.
Or they can just, you know, put me on Evo.
They could.
You could just do that, and then Mav could just say it for them.
I'll just do it, you know. Speaking
Listen,
of doing
Evo.
it, Noah.
You can get these bars. Listen to this man.
I like that punish there from Noah. Backs up. So smart. DP, keep him in the corner. Crouch fierce, though.
I like how little a deterrent burnout is to Noah. He fights on burnout like normal people fight on a full drive meter.
And there's some knowledge to that, though, right? Because if you're aggressive, even in burnout, your gauge builds back faster, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of wisdom to the way that works for Noah.
Yeah, that's the thing. He is not just wildly pressing buttons. These moves are calculated.
I mean, that's why we all know that Biden is a Street Fighter 6 player, because he wants to build back better. And that's the strategy we're seeing here.
Future forward. Speaking of forward, Noah trying to advance us into game 3. All tied up. What a punish for Amnesia. He said, you going to remember this.
I'm not forgetting anything.
Yeah,
Oh, he got
getting
punished still.
through the Goes Regala. Drive rush isn't there for him, but this combo is, and we're already tied up.
All right.
These games go by so fast. Tries to catch him coming in with the forward. Drive rushes in. There's another attack block. Whiffs the throw. All right, FluxWaveZ trying to force him back a bit, trying to gain some screen real estate, try to get a bit of breathing room. Noah obviously not one to give you any such room.
Yeah, Noah in a rough spot. Burnout, low on life. Crouch fears into the ghost for the most. FluxWave only needs 2 games. Noah's the one with the long road.
You know, like they say, you have to get lucky every time. The other guy only has to get lucky once.
That's the name of the game. Nice low forward there to stop the drive rush. Another counter hit low forward as well.
FluxWaveZ seems to have the download ready because he is just teeing off on Noah, who is in burnout again and facing down another Goes Regala.
Well, not quite done. Oh, the level 1's going to interrupt. Yo, Noah, only a true master. This is the way to get started.
Okay.
Not enough.
But FluxWaveZ, very, very skilled at spotting these little openings and running you onto his sword as you come charging in.
Flux is up.
Noah trying to...
Tournament game for Flux.
Both of them feeling each other out a little. Noah not nearly as aggressive, having been punished for it a couple times at this point.
Well, not only that, but FluxWaveZ has been using the normals against Noah as well to just stop anything happening in range 1 whatsoever. OD Amnesia, no respect for it. Gonna have to listen to the snap rap.
Man, hit him with a click.
Oh, always got that thing on me. FluxWave, letting the whole clip go.
And one has to wonder if Noah is daunted by the height of the mountain he has to climb. He is facing down tournament point, and he has to win 5 more games.
If anybody can do it, though.
Yeah.
Goes for the Sandblast. I love that little dialogue exchange. Sandblast! No!
Yeah, I'm saying it right with him. I don't want to see any of that stuff. Good punish there from FluxWave. Heads up play, almost has level 3, does now.
You know what this suit costs to get dry cleaned? You don't want sand in those pockets.
Yeah, absolutely not. Start scratching up the leather. Come on now.
This is a tough situation for Noah. Flux.
This is looking dark. That is just a tiny bit of health. We've seen Noah come back from this, but the cross-up is there, and FluxWaveZ, Season 1 champion!
And FluxWave clutching it out, holding it
Both.
down, looking like a man possessed.
You know, I
were
think
just talking-
FluxWave's first match actually helped him out quite a bit because his first match in this top 8 was against Uriel, who was another aggressive player.
Yes.
And so I think that set the tone for him for the rest of this bracket. Sometimes you fight the right opponent and persevere, and FluxWave did in that 3-2, and it was not super smooth sailing, but he just looked so much more in control after that.
Yes, and then FluxWaveZ did take that 1-game loss, and that gave him time to figure out kind of how Noah ticked, what he was thinking, of kind of the rhythm of what he was pressing and when. And FluxWaveZ, again, a veteran with zoner characters, with Minot, with JP. This kind of zoner versus rushdown matchup is his bread and butter. This is the kind of thing he plays all the time and has for years.
Yeah. Well, that's a wrap. That's the show. We did a season. That was 11 tournaments plus a grands, a final top 8, and our final standings for the season are as follows. I gotta go to the standings page first. I don't actually know. Of course, we have FluxWaveZ, the grand champion, taking it 4-0, not dropping a set. Dropped some games, but not a set. Noahtheprodigy, the young god, coming in here second. Bryan-D, the guile, coming in third. Uriel, fourth. Tied with, just fourth. Duh. Then tied for fifth, Luiman and Jewelman, the Tumans. And then tied for seventh, Naji and Yazdero, who had to DQ themselves out, and unfortunately we could not find a replacement in time. People out here be working, but dang, hell of a bracket.
It's a testament to the quality of the competition that Luiman was so dominant through the early season, and I spent the early part of this tournament talking up how he was the favorite, and he scored 5th.
Yo, I agree, and it's how strong the players here are. Also, Mav, sneaking in the $25 in that prize pool.
Yo,
I see you, brother. Thank you, man.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you very much.
All right,
A show worth the ducats for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And these players have 100% earned it. So Noah, that means top 2 pays out, I believe, for the $100. So, it's 200 for top 2 play out. I'll do top 2 payout for 100. Noah, sign up. Put yourself on that match arena so I can pay you. Get on there if you're still in chat. Thank you all for coming through. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the extra flair we tried to put on production tonight with the replay and the cleanliness and the tightness. That's the goal going forward. Put on an amazing show for everybody every week. So I hope you dug it. Hope it was good for you. Mav, if people want to know more about you, where can they find you?
At Maverick BLM on the Bird site. I don't care what it's called now. You know what it is. For as long as we can until we have to pay for it, and then we'll all figure it out. But yeah, that's where you'll find me. Thanks for having me on the online local. This is my first time for Street Fighter 6. So excited. Hope to be back soon.
Dude, anytime. And K-Vox, how about you? Where can the people find you?
On the Bird site, you can find me right there on KVox Tweets. I'm around as TBH on Discord, and I'm KVox something on Blue Sky, and KVox IG on Instagram. Feel free to send a DM. I don't bite, unless you ask.
And then he might. So that's going to be the end of the show. We're going to try to do this special send-off. We'll see if it actually works. The goal is to have it work. We'll see what happens. But, thank you all for coming through. It's been wonderful having you. We'll raid you over to somebody. We'll set it up. And we'll see you next Monday. The online local's not going anywhere.